Tennessee is off a bye week, and they're going to be a home dog against Buffalo in NFL Week 5. We will talk with Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com to get his opinions on this game and this spread. I'm Peter Loshak. You're watching SBR Videos. All right, Jeff. Tennessee, a team that a flawed team, but Marcus Mariota, obviously a big asset at quarterback. He's poised, he's talented, and he's only going to get better. So that's a big plus for them. They're coming off a bye, and all three of their games have also gone over so far this year. And the Bills, of course, coming off of a kind of a bad, shameful, and low-scoring home loss to the Giants. They're a big favorite. They lost outright. They're getting a lot of penalties. They're probably going to get significantly better at some point. They can cut down on penalties. Their defense has also been a big disappointment. When's that going to improve? My sense is that even though Buffalo could have a big defense in this game, and Tennessee kind of lacks playmakers, I would lean towards the over at 42 in this one. And I feel very nervous betting against Tennessee as a home dog off a bye. Jeff Cadillac, what's your take in this game?
Peter, the funny thing is that these two teams, 1 week the team looks good, the next week they look bad. You don't know which team is going to show up for which game. Tennessee before the bye, they played Indy very well at home. I was very surprised because Indy was usually good off the loss with luck, but the problem is that Indy also doesn't have a secondary. Everybody's pretty much banged up in that area. Mariota, he's been showing some great things this year. I feel he's going to turn into a very good quarterback. Tennessee definitely has to build that team around him. Before the bye, big spread, at home. It wasn't that big. Indy was only laying 3. But Tennessee covered by a point. Tennessee should have really won that game outright against Indy. They were winning 27-14. Buffalo last week against the Giants. I like the Giants +6 at home. I thought after Buffalo had gone down to Miami and beat up on Miami, I thought there might be a little bit of a lay down against the Giants at home. They were feeling good about themselves. But remember one thing about Buffalo. Their pass defense is pretty bad. They were ranked before the Giant game like 29th in the league in the pass defense department, which is pretty bad. And if Eli, he's a seasoned quarterback, he could tell, the coverage. He could see who's covering who, and he'll make a decision at the line where he's going to throw that ball. And I liked the Giants on the road last week, getting 6. I thought Buffalo was going to have a little bit of a lay down, which they did. Tennessee off the bye, they're rested and everything. But you know what? A lot of penalties also against Buffalo, which, usually in a Rex Ryan defense, they're usually very disciplined. They're very good against the run. But with the defense this year, it seems like the pass defense is a little bit lacking. They have a little bit of they have some injuries that they can't account for. It's just one of those things in the NFL. What they need to do here is really watch Mariota, look at the tape, see where he likes to go through, throwing a lot. Tennessee at home, I understand, they're coming off the bye and everything, but Buffalo needs a good bounce back week here. Buffalo is 3rd against the rush in the NFL. Like I said, they're 29th against the pass. Tennessee also has, with Mariota, they have a pass offense that's 14th in the league. But I got to tell you something right now. You got to lay those 2.5 points or 3 points because I think Buffalo is going to bounce back in this game against Tennessee on the road.
Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com calling for a bounce back from Buffalo. I can certainly see that, Jeff. Right now the line is 2.5. Jeff Cadillac liking Buffalo -2.5. Jeff Cadillac, tell us about your site, jeffcadillac.com.
Okay, on my site, jeffcadillac.com, you can check out all the games for free. You can analyze every game. Hey, you win some, you lose some. I'm also on Twitter at JeffCadillac1. And this past week, I loved Atlanta at home against Houston, burying them. I mean, that game was 42-0 at halftime or something like that. But I loved Atlanta at home. That was my best bet of the week. You can catch my best bet of the week every week on Friday.
Sounds good, Jeff. Thanks.